Lead attorney here. Hope you guys are doing well. Struggle streaming already. How we doing? Struggle streaming already. Can you hear me on the ones and the twos? Yeah, the lead is back on it. It's been a minute. I'm on the back channel. I am not putting this ninja content on the main channel. All right, this is reserved for us. This is going to be our little secret. Your boy almost at what? Almost at 600,000 on the main. So, we got to come over here to the cut. We got to keep this one secluded. But this one's going to be a good one because, your boy Corey Holcomb, he's been lighting YouTube up 2026. He the new Shannon Sharp, killing the game with content. First, you had the Corey Holcomb, Anton Daniels. We'll call it a fiasco. And now we've moved on to bigger fish. Now we have Corey Holcomb with, as he calls it, a big conglomerate. Corey Holcomb against TMZ for what? Well, there is this lady running around. Her name is Christina Payne. Y'all have seen it. Y'all saw the big moosh. We call it down here mush. Apparently, Corey calls it a muff or something like that. I don't think it was a punch. It was definitely a strike. It was a hit. But, we ain't gonna call it a punch. But I will tell you that Corey is he's concerned. And it was weird to see him concerned like that on his last live. I think it was the last one, just because we all know Corey. Corey, he's kind of getting older. He don't care about nothing. But what we are going to do today is kind of delve a little deeper and see kind of what the heck is going on. Right? Let's what do we got? We got bam. Oh, we got some court documents. We got some court documents, right? What is this? This one here. This is a response. A response to what? Let me see if I can make it a little big. Oh my God. A response to request for a civil harassment restraining order. Who filed it? The person seeking protection is one Christina Elizabeth Payne. Who is she seeking protection from? One Corey Lamont Holcomb. Oh, we gonna get into it. We gonna get into it. We got the documents. We got the documents here. This is his response. What does Corey say? Number one, I own a firearm, okay? Corey gonna let you know right off the gate. But then what does he say? In hand, this is our man's own handwriting. He says, number one, I was intentionally provoked for financial gain and fame seeking. My man says, I was set up for the takedown. Oh, he was set up for the takedown. Man, we are going to get all into it. We're going to break it all the way down. All right. Now, this is just between us. All right. Shout out to Miss Crow T. Chatty. She know all about me. She said, listen, lead on the back channel with the ninjas. Okay. We can't put this on the main. The main's doing good. So it's only 100 of us. So we over here on the back ones, but I'm explaining it to you guys who are here. Don't share the light. Don't let these people know what we're doing back here. Don't share the link. Don't share the channel. This is just between us. All right. Now we're gonna get all into it. What do we got? First of all, shout out to me. Somebody write 49 in the chat. Y'all see me right here, the leader turning number 45. Number 49 is my birthday. So shout out to me. I will be honest, a couple of years ago, I was doubting. There were a few weeks where I was doubting if I would see this day. So we all know that health is wealth. All right. Shout out to me, my little birthday, 49 years old. The next one, the big one. Y'all cross your fingers. Hopefully, I will make it to that one. All right. So we gonna break all of this stuff down. We got the court documents, everything like that. Now, let me say this. Let me say this. I call balls and strikes. Somebody write 5150 in the chat, man. Boy, shout out to Corey Holcomb and the 5150s. They are loyal, such a strong community. And maybe some of them didn't like my coverage about the whole Anton thing. I just call balls and strikes. I don't have a dog in the fight. I have collabed with Anton in person. I have collabed with Corey in person. Both of them highly respectable men. They don't see eye to eye, and that's fine. But I'm just here mediating, just calling balls and strikes as I see fit. Okay, so I want to put that out there. And I hope Corey's not mad about my coverage. I started getting some messages from you guys. Y'all were like, oh, Corey on you. Corey on you. Why was Corey on me? Does anybody remember? Corey was on me because I had said that he didn't make any money on that stream. It had gotten demonetized. Why was that? Because y'all remember all that S my D, okay? But for the non-YouTubers, YouTube's got limits. We can't just come on here and wild out. If things get a little bit too hairy, YouTube will take our demonetization away. They'll give us a copyright strike, not a copyright strike, a community guideline strike. They'll get on us. Okay. So your boy was like, man, I don't know about Corey's last stream. I mean, it was so hot and heavy. And in fact, let me show you guys something. Any YouTubers, if there are any YouTubers in the chat, let me show you this right here. Boy, when you create content, you do not want to see this. To click on a video, what does it say? It says, first of all, you need to sign in to confirm your age. Okay. And I don't know if y'all can read this right here, but it says age restricted video based on community guidelines. So when I saw that, I was like, man, Corey, your stuff, boy, that damn thing, I'm sure it got demonetized. Because when you got to sign in for it, when you got to be 18 years or older, it's for real. But, technically this isn't true. If you have a live stream and you getting super chats and stuff, you still going to get that money. And it could be they just limit your visibility. So you're not going to make the money that you were making, but you still going to make some. It's not going to be tons and tons because you age restricted, but you're going to make some. So Corey was right. Corey was like, to that somebody I did get paid. Okay, shout out to Corey got his money, and that's good. It's age restricted. I ain't making this up. Y'all can see it right here. He took Anton off the title here, but you see it's age restricted. But Corey did get some, so that's good. So shout out to Corey. All right, now I do want to say this too. Our man Corey has lawyered up. All right, let me see if I can pull up our man here. We see Corey has lawyered up. Let me blow it up. And that's our man. Shout out to Derek. Not that Derek. If you're on the main channel, you know about another Derek. We ain't gonna do that. This is another Derek. But shout out to Derek here. So this is Corey's attorney, and we are gonna see. Corey has already retained this gentleman, and we are going to see if any lawsuits are coming, and that's kind of what we're going to cover. We're going to break this stuff down. Now, I will say this, again, being fair and calling balls and strikes. I invited Derek to this live because I'm impartial. I ain't got a dog in the fight. I'm retired 25 years attorney. Derek, I think Derek said he's been practicing 15 years. I've been practicing 25 years. I don't have a dog in the fight. I'm retired. All right, I'm done. Been an attorney for 25 years. Let me say that. But I'm retired now. So I invited Derek to this because people were like, oh, Lee, you know, Corey's got an attorney. Let's chop it up. And our man Derek said, yeah. He said, oh, well, first, I can't say yes. I got to see if Corey's down. You got to ask permission, which is absolutely correct. So Derek goes back and talks to Corey and says, hey, let me give a picture with our man eyes open. There you go. He says, you know, paraphrasing, can I talk to the lead? You remember lead, you had him on the show. Corey was like, listen, I don't give a shit. Go on and talk to him. We're trying to get the word out. Because I'm looking at this whole thing in a certain way. Did he hit this lady? Yes. Did he hit this lady in the face? Yes. Was it a punch? In my opinion, absolutely not. Was it a mush? Yes, but it's still physical contact. So Corey was like, listen, go on and talk to the lead. So your boy Derek hit me up. And Derek was like, yes, Corey has cleared it. I am coming on your show. He said, Friday, which is today. He said, evenings work best for me. I said, great. This was yesterday or the day before. I said, great. So I started making the thumbnail, started getting everything in the works. All I said was, give me a time, we'll work around your schedule. I hit him up yesterday, or was it today? I don't remember. Time's going by real fast, but I hit him up. I guess it might have been today or yesterday. I should go back and check. I said, listen, time's getting short. What time are you coming on? When is good for you, brother? You know what he said? He was like, oh, I can't do it. There's a gag order. Now he went and cleared it with Corey. Corey said yes, but now all of a sudden there's a gag order. Well, did the gag order get put on yesterday? When did he find out about this gag order? Why would you say yes to talk to the lead? Everybody was like, oh, lead, he's got an attorney. I invited him on. And now there's a little bit of, you know, going back. There's a little bit of reneging. Okay, big shout out to Derek. But, you know, you say you're going to be somewhere. The gag order was it placed yesterday? But I get it. I get it. Listen, if you gagged up, all right, they don't put it in your mouth, I understand. What? No, the gag order. You can't talk. You gagged up. So for everybody, I just want you to know, I'm calling balls and strikes, but I invited this attorney here to come on the show as he went on Corey's show. You know, was there no gag order right here? Was the gag order not in place right here? Maybe not. Maybe it's a new gag order that came out yesterday. Corey said, go on with the lead. Corey told this man to go on with the lead. But Derek backslid, which is fine. But to everybody who was messaging me, all right, me and Corey here with it. Derek is the one that's kind of backing out, but that's okay. So let us get into it, guys. We on the back channel here. And oh, give me 1 second. We on the back channel here, and we're going to go through all of these court documents. And man, it's deep. Now, I will say this. Corey is shook a little bit because people were trying to cancel him. In fact, well, let's listen to a little bit right here. We've never really seen Corey Holcomb like this because, you know, Corey Holcomb speak his mind. He don't give a damn about nothing. All right, about nothing. Oh, that's not the way I want to do it. Let me share it a different way. How do I do this? Guys, I don't even be live streaming like that no more. Your boy be forgetting. All right, here we go. Let's take a look at the serious nature of this, guys. Now, some of y'all will say, oh, well, he just mushed her. It wasn't that big of a deal. They trying to cancel this man. Them girls on TikTok are on him bad. All right, so let's listen to a little bit, just get a little context of what's going on.
And I want to start out by saying this because this is so important for me to say. I have been grown for a long time. I'm 56 years old, ladies and gentlemen. I stand before my mother, who is watching this show, probably very concerned because I'm getting a million phone calls. I stand before my mother. I stand before Minister Farrakhan and the nation. I stand before Geno Jennings and his congregation. I stand before everybody in America who is trying to move upward in a positive manner. I want to say this about Corey Holcomb. I have never been able to punch any woman in my lifetime. Now, in 5th grade, I had a fight with a girl. She was a bully. She was bigger than me, and we had a fight like that. So I probably swung when I was in 5th grade. But I'm saying, real talk, I'm a comedian, so I try to be funny, but this is the truth. I have never punched a woman in my life. And all of the people who know me, who've been watching this show 15 years, 16 years, whatever, you have an idea of who I am. Because there's a lot of people who have no idea who I am, so I can imagine them saying whatever with the information that's been put out there about me.
So you can tell right here, Corey's,
I can imagine.
You can tell right here, guys, Corey's serious. All right, he's talking about the Nation of Islam. He's invoking his mother. He's invoking everybody that's trying to be positive in the community.
Imagine.
Let me get a little, there you go. This is not play for him, and we've never seen him like this. So he's taking this very seriously. We're going to get into it.
I'm saying Corey is this, Corey is that, but I just want to put that out there because there's a lot of people who don't know me, and I want to be able to say that for myself. And I thank God I have a platform to say that for myself because I am going to talk about why this stuff is happening to me, how unfair it is for a conglomerate in media such as TMZ to launch this type of attack against a comedian with a YouTube page. That I don't even get money like that for this page. But as I talked about before on my show with things that happened with me and somebody who I allegedly did something like punched, this has all been talked about on my show. And I am telling you, I did not lie about anything, and I believe the truth is about to be shown.
And we are going to show the truth. We're going to show it. All right, we got the court documents. Let's get into it.
This weekend, my first show Saturday. They thought something was wrong with me. They thought I was, one dude said, he on dope. Because I was trying to medicate myself with Bear aspirin. I had some ibuprofen. I had all kind of stuff in me because I couldn't really sleep because I'm watching what TMZ was doing to me. I really couldn't sleep. I caught the flight from LA to Hartford. Normally by then I collapse, but I couldn't really sleep. I just kept, because I'm watching everything that's happening to me. I'm like, yo, they saying what? Okay, so when I was on stage for the second show on Saturday, I apologized to my people in Hartford, and I appreciate the way y'all was clapping when my friends, Foolish and Maurice, came and grabbed me, because I was nodded off in the chair and threw up.
What?
Because I hadn't eaten anything, and I put that medicine on my stomach. I didn't have no appetite, because I was watching what's being said about me all over the goddamn internet and everything. TMZ, I can't beat TMZ. If TMZ say it, most people gonna believe it. So I just want to let Sean Holly who is in the dark trying to hide, I'm letting you know, I'm going to bring you out. I know what you've done to me. It's really foul what you did to me. And I can prove it. I can prove it. I just can't talk about the case right now. But I can prove what you've done to me with your friend Harvey Levin at TMZ. I can prove it. And I have a brother who I've acquired, a lawyer that I'm so grateful for. He's helped me in the past.
And shout out to that lawyer again. And just for the people in the chat, let you know, I invited this lawyer on the show. He said yes, he was coming. He cleared it with Corey. Corey said, yes, go talk to the lead. We had it pinned down for today. Then on the eve, he's like, no, I can't do it. I got a gag order on me. All right. So our man got a gag order on him, but he's certainly up there talking with Corey. He didn't want to talk to the lead, but that's okay. That's okay. That's okay. So we see that Corey is very concerned. Now, what is he concerned about? What is he concerned about? Let's see here. What is our man concerned about? Yeah. This can be a little concerning. And Corey is worried that there's a plot basically to cancel him. Now, y'all all saw this. Put cancel in the chat if you think Corey should be canceled for what's about to transpire. You should never hit a woman lead attorney. They tearing Corey's ass up on TikTok. These women are on his ass. Put cancel if you think he should be canceled. Put no in the chat, right? No. Our man should not be canceled for what the hell is going on. This is crazy. Now, I'm from the South. I don't know if you can hear it in my voice. We don't really lay hands on a woman like that. We ain't supposed to do it. But they're trying to take his whole career. Right? So while y'all doing that, let me know. We're going to break it all down. Big shout out to Miss Crow T. Chetty. Thank you so much, Miss Crow T. Chetty. She said -1 for the 49. Oh, yeah, it's chapter 49. This is a long book. I didn't think I'd make it this far. Chapter 47 was sketchy as hell. I'll tell you that right now. Chapter 47, I was like, man, I don't even know if I'm going to get to 48. Your boy at 49. I keep flipping the pages. Says, I hope you enjoy your special day, TLA. I did, and I'm here with you, which makes it even more enjoyable. Big shout out to Mrs. I always forget the Mrs. Crow T. Chetty. Thank you so much. Big shout out to Mrs. Crow T. Chetty. Thank you. Shout out to Educated Paper becoming a member. Thank you so much, Educated Paper. Really, really appreciate it. Thank you. Got Educated Paper in the house of Mrs. Crow T. Chetty. Oh, and look who we got. We got Kingmaker Studios. Says, happy birthday, TLA, with your old grizzled. I'm grizzled. I am grizzled too. Yo, old grizzled ass. Shout out to El Guapo. Somebody write El Guapo in the damn chat. He is the new stream sponsor. Let me put him in there. The new stream sponsor. And please, guys, y'all go check him out. He's being a little. He got a lot of stuff going on, so he ain't making the content like he like on point like he should be. Real talk, I ain't either. All right, y'all go over to the main channel. I ain't really posting like that. The main channel blowing up though. Why? Because I ain't doing this nigga shit over there. All right, we over here with it. We in secret over here. I've learned my lesson. I have learned. The last video I put up, go over there to the main channel. Last video I put up, what it get? 1.5 million. Come on, man. Y'all can have this Corey Holcomb, Anton Daniels bullshit. We gonna seclude this. That ain't never getting 1.5. we gonna keep the ninja stuff in the cut. But big shout out to Kingmaker Studios. Let me put it right here as the stream sponsor, always supporting your boy. Huge supporter of me as a human being and of the channel as well. Big shout out to El Guapo. Thank you so much. And guys, please go over there and subscribe to him. I've been subscribed to this brother for years. I have done collabs on his channel. He's done collabs on my channel, man. Big shout out. You ain't never got to worry about nothing like this with El Guapo. Military, man. Shout out to all the military. If you're military, put your MOS. And shout out to all the dependers. Dependers are really the backbone of the nation. Big shout out to the dependers and shout out to the military as well. I mean, y'all do help out. So put your MOS, put where branch you are if you military. Thank you so much for your service. Big shout out to El Guapo. And please, if someone, El Guapo, you can put your link in the chat. Y'all go over and subscribe to him. I don't even know, El Guapo, if you a member over here. Not a member. What do you call it? A mod over here, because this the back channel. If you still in here, El Guapo, write something in the chat so I can mod you up, pimp. Because we over here. We over here in secret. All right, let me do this too. This should have been a long time coming. Let me mod up our girl, Mrs. Crow T Chetty. Yeah, we got King Sin, retired Major Sin, Air Force. We got Jesse V, also Air Force. I think El Guapo is Air Force too. Damn, everybody Air Force. All right. So we doing it. All right, let's take a look at what the heck happened with our man. Wait. Because initially it just looked like why isn't this working? Initially, I have to do it by hand. Initially, you see our man walk up to him because she's talking stuff. Now we're gonna read the court documents and we're gonna see what everybody says. But they are in it. Supposedly, this is just a roast session, but ain't nobody laughing. And your girl get real disrespectful. Now, if someone get disrespectful, if a woman gets disrespectful, should you walk up on her like this? I don't think anybody's saying that that Corey's necessarily correct in this, but he step up to her. But look what happens. He just step up, but then, I don't know if y'all can see that, she raised her hand. And she put her hand right in his face, just like that. Y'all see the hand in the face right there? Right there. And he's like, man, I can't abide by that. Because now, she could poke him in the eye. And so the hand's still up there, and then moosh. We got the moosh. Right up on the jawbone. Now, Corey, Corey's a big dude. I was surprised how big he was when I did the collab with him. He about 6'2", 260, 265, 270. Right? So he mush her in the face, and then apparently her boyfriend or somebody jump in to try to rescue her. You got to save these. You got to save them. And because of this, Corey is very, very concerned about his livelihood, about his career. And we heard him in the beginning. And so we're going to get into the paperwork to see, now, how bad was it? Now, some of y'all say that he should be canceled by this, but it looked like from the video that most of y'all think that he should not be canceled. And I'll be honest with you, if you ask me, and I know I'm from the South, Southern gentleman, I am. And I don't really believe in putting hands on women like that, but I'm surprised that Corey is reacting this way about being so concerned, because to me, I don't really see that much for him to be canceled by. I don't. I know she's a woman, but I really don't see. Let me tell you guys something. He really didn't hit her that hard, which is hard to do if you 6'2", 270 and mush a woman in the face. How do I know? How do I know that he did not hit this woman very hard? Does anybody know? And as an attorney, this is the kind of stuff you got to look at. You got to look at the details. How do I know that he did not hit this lady very hard? I'll tell you how I know, guys. And I don't know if I can find it here. But I know that he did, even though he hit this lady in the face, he did not hit this lady very hard because she got heels on. She got heels on. What does that mean? I can barely see it myself over here. Right there. I don't know if y'all can't see it. But she got heels on. What does that mean? If a man hit a woman in the face and she got heels on and she doesn't even fall, it's like, man. Now, I've seen men beat the brakes off women, beat the brakes off of them, and I've represented them. I've represented some monsters. Monsters. So you may say, oh, you callous lead, or you jaded, or you done seen too much. But I'm not clutching my pearls. I'm not. If she don't even fall over. I don't think it was that bad. I'm just legally. Now it's still, in Georgia, we call that battery. We got a simple battery too, but I'm gonna give him the benefit of the doubt. Just because he's such a big dude, I ain't gonna say it's simple battery. We gonna say it's battery. But if she got heels on and she didn't fall, shit, man. Well, you gonna call an ambulance? You gonna call a coroner? Right? That's I'm just like, man, how bad was it? She, look at her. She's over here with it. She cool. She's like, what happened? So, yes, her head went back. I mean, she got hit. That's her head going back. She got hit. But if you can't hit a woman in the face who got heels on and knock her over, I don't. But having said that, she is still a victim. Let's get that straight. And Corey, no one should be touching anybody. Now, she was gassing him up and she was lighting into him and she was saying some terrible things. Fair enough. What did we talk about with the Corey and Anton thing? Freedom of speech. All right. You allowed to say some crazy things. Just because you say some crazy things doesn't necessarily mean that people can walk up to you and mush you in the face. Big shout out to El Guapo. Thank you so much, El Guapo. The stream sponsor, Kingmaker Studios. Y'all go subscribe to my man. Let me do this right here. So that is kind of where we are at with this. Now, because of this action, she goes and files for a temporary restraining order. Let me see if I can pull that one up here. And we're going to see what she says. Because she runs straight to court and of course straight to the judge, straight to the law. And they will. Boy, they will. They be waiting on you to set you up. So let's see what she says, guys. And this is going to be super interesting to actually see the documents. Pull this up here. What do we got? Bam. We got the court docs. This ain't the view that I want. Bam. What do we got? Request for a restraining order. The full name, Christina Elizabeth Payne. Right? She's self-represented. Who is she filing against? One Corey Holcomb. And she's also putting in two other people, a Wanisha and a Jamel. Now, Jamel is her quote unquote partner. And she got caught in a lie with this when she was talking to Tasha K, but we'll talk about that a little bit later. Tasha kind of lit into her as well, because Tasha's a real woman. She understands when women are playing the game. But she runs to the judge. And what does she say? She says, Corey Holcomb has already physically harmed them, talking about Jamel and Wanisha. I fear that Corey will harm them. Corey has made repeated references to violence on his popular YouTube podcast, 5150. He has discussed committing acts of violence at length. Both Jamel and Wanisha were present for both incidents at the Improv. Given Corey's propensity for impulsive action, I am concerned for the safety of my friend and my partner, this Jamel. Now, we got paperwork on Jamel too. We're going to look at this. This whole thing is insanity. All right. What does she say is the relationship between her and Corey Holcomb? She says, I know Corey because he is a co-worker at my job. Oh my God. She's a co-worker at her job, at the job. Says that she was harassed by Corey Holcomb. What else that we got? We got a description of it. When did it happen? December 10th of 2024. Now that's another thing too. I'll be honest with you, and y'all saw it in the chat. Corey shook. But Corey shook about something that happened 2 years ago, 14 months ago, something like that. Corey's like, this has already been handled. Why is TMZ on my ass? Why do I have to get out and, raise my hand before the Minister Farrakhan, raise my hand before my mother, raise my hand before all the people in the community who want to do well, and swear that, nothing ever happened? Why is this all coming up now? He feels like it's a conspiracy by what he said, a conglomerate to take him down. And he mentions who else was present. So she was there, Marcus, other people were there, Corey. There's an attached declaration. Says, has this person harassed you at other times? She says, yes. So apparently this wasn't the first time, according to her. All right, she's asking the court protect her from any type of harassment, any type of intimidation, any type of attack, any type of stalking, threatening, assault, sexually or otherwise, destruction of property. She's asking for a gag order, cease and desist regarding saying my name. Says, stay away from me, stay away from my home, stay away from my job or workplace, stay away from my vehicle. She says, if Corey has a job at a comedy club and I'm there first or I arrive later, he must leave. Can you imagine Corey at the Improv, on stage, on set? He's on stage doing a set. She walks in and now he's got to stop the set and leave in the middle of his set. A lot of women are like, he shouldn't have hit her in the face. A lot of men are like, she shouldn't have been talking shit. I mean, it's kind of kind of goes down by gender lines sometimes. She says that Corey does have firearms, and Corey admitted that. Right? What else we got? Going down here now, there should be, we got a statement. What's the statement say? And let's see if she's gonna tell the truth. She says on December 10th at 12:30 in the morning, I stepped outside of the Hollywood Improv to await my ride. As I was standing, I noticed Corey Holcomb looking in my direction. The moment he saw I noticed his stare, he immediately asked, "What the fuck are you looking at, bitch?" Oh shit, it's Corey. Language. Shit. I was instantly on edge due to the previous threat to super sock me that he made in July of 2024. He began yelling and continued cursing at me. Then he responded by stepping forward, getting in my face, and telling me that he was ready for anything. As he patted the gun in his pants pocket. Now, did we see that? Did we see him pat a gun? I didn't see that, but apparently this isn't the whole video, right? Even though he had already threatened to hurt me, I was in front of the improv and surrounded by several people, so I felt safer. Now, does this make sense? If someone steps in your face, women and men, if someone steps in your face, body to body, chest to chest, and starts patting a gun, do you feel safe just because a few people are around? Do you feel safe? Does that make any sense? Someone is patting a gun, but because 17 people out there, you feel safe when the person's in your face. This is what she said. A few people, including off-duty improv security staff, asked Corey to de-escalate and walk away. I asked him several times to leave me alone. I didn't move because my knee was busted from a recent accident, so I was walking with a limp. He then accosted me further, and to my surprise, Corey became... What is going on with this thing? What we at with it? Let me do it like this. And y'all can't see it. I don't know what's going on with it. All right. So to my surprise, Corey became enraged and then quickly ran up, reached around the person between us, and punched me in the face. My head, my neck whipped backwards. The impact caused me to stumble. It did not cause her to fall, which I think is important. It would have knocked me down had others not been there to help. Did people catch her? Wait. Let's go back, because I might have to amend what I said if people helped her out. Let me see if I can find it, because I didn't see that on first glance. But let's take a gander. Did people catch her when she was hit? All right, so now she's getting hit in the face. She's stumbling back. She lied right there. Well, there could be somebody behind her. I can't really tell. What do y'all think? Is there somebody behind her that broke her fall? Maybe. I don't know. I'm gonna give it to her if she say maybe. I can't tell. It don't look like anybody there. It looked like she lying, but okay. She said someone would that'll break or fall. Y'all know how that go. All right, but this is what she claiming. So what happened? All right. She says the impact caused me to stumble. It would have knocked me down had others not been there to help. Right? She says a friend stepped in between to protect me from being hit again. And they were attacked. They were attacked by several other comedians, including who? Including Corey Holcomb, who punched and kicked him while they were on the ground. All right, so this is what Christina is saying. She's saying, I just walked out the club. I didn't say anything. He was looking at me, and then he started cursing me out. He jumped in my face, started patting his gun, and then, I was saying, hey, I don't know what's going on. Boom. Well, she says punch. Boom, hit me in the face. And I stumbled back. I would have fallen had not other people been there to catch me. And so because of that, she has filed for this restraining order. And again, this is what Corey is shook about. He really is. He thinks that his words, an entire conglomerate, let me say, is after him. This lady continues. She says, I was having a conversation with a colleague when Corey Holcomb approached me and said, he ain't got to say shit to you, bitch. I asked who he was calling a bitch. He said, you bitch. He then threatened to super sock me. Why doesn't this thing work? Threatened to super sock me while surrounded by who, Lee? Surrounded by witnesses, many of whom were present when Corey assaulted me on TN20. So she's recounting a past incident. What does she say here? Basically, I guess it's the same thing. I stepped out of the Hollywood Improv. Corey looked in my direction, immediately said, what the fuck are you looking at, bitch? I instantly was on edge. He began yelling and cursing, then responded, stepping forward, getting in my face, said he was ready for anything. He patted the gun in his pants pocket. Even though he had already threatened to hurt me, I was surrounded by people. You know what she doesn't say here? When she interviewed with Tasha K, she says that before they got into it, he passed the gun to somebody else. So she says on Tasha K, Corey had a gun, passed it to somebody else. When she's in court, does she mention that he passed it to somebody else? Or does she make the judge think that no, he still had the gun on him? Did she leave that out? Does anybody in here see, she's talking to the court right now. She's talking to this lady judge. Did she tell the judge that Corey had already given the gun to somebody? Or did she just say, oh, he patted it while he was in my face? What did she say? She said, he then responded by stepping forward, getting in my face as he patted the gun in his pants pocket. Come on, man. Come on, man. You told Tasha K one thing, but now you're telling the judge another. Asked him several times to leave me alone. Did she mention anywhere where she was harassing him? Did she mention anywhere that she was accosting him verbally? On Tasha K, what did she say? She said she was roasting his ass. That's what she said on Tasha K. Did she mention her roasting his ass on here? She just says, oh, right here. To my surprise, Corey became enraged. I was surprised. For what? To my surprise, he got enraged. This is how they do you. This is how they do you. Right? Then all of a sudden, he punched me in the face. My head and neck whipped backwards. The impact caused me to stumble. It would have knocked me down if others had not been there to help. She said others. Y'all were like, ain't nobody there help her. She just ain't fall. Why didn't she fall? Because she really wasn't hit that hard. And I'll just go and say it on the record, ladies. I know y'all might get mad. Women, and this is coming from a man who has represented monsters. If you get hit in the face and you have heels on and you don't fall, you ain't really you got hit. You ain't really get hit hard. Women will fall. Y'all, who's seen the catwalk? When women will fall on the catwalk, just they don't even get hit, they'll fall. Oh shit. They're in heels. These women will fall just walking. You telling me this lady got super socked in heels and she ain't fall? She got mushed, but come on, man. Let's not put too much sauce on it. Right? So now this is what the Christina lady was saying. So then what happened? Now this is interesting to me, and this is a little different how they do in California. You know, in Georgia, we have the police go and serve these things. So if a woman goes to the courthouse and says, hey, Corey beat me, the police will take it and the police will go and give it to Corey. Here in California, they don't do that. The victim has to make sure that the damn paperwork is served. Right? So if we take a look at this right here, we have an order to request continuing the hearing, to postpone the hearing. And why do they want to postpone the hearing? They want to postpone the hearing because if we see right here, the protected party has not served. Can y'all see that? Let me blow it up. The protected party has not served the restraining party, the restrained party. Who is the protected party, Christina? Who is the restrained party, Corey? So she got this restraining order, this temporary restraining order in December. They set the court date, but now she's looking to continue the court date because she hasn't served Corey. Now, this is very interesting to me because Corey is extremely upset by this attorney. Y'all, if y'all saw the live stream, Corey was saying he didn't even know about the court date. Why didn't he know about the court date? Because they hadn't told him about the court date. But Corey's a little bit confused. Corey was thinking, oh, if I didn't know about the court date, they were just going to show up to court and rule against me. That's not the case. Because this judge said, man, you don't even know about the court. I have to continue it. So Corey was a little bit confused on that. He thought they were just going to railroad him like that. Now, I do think there's some railroading going on. But the judge was like, no, we're going to continue this because you haven't even given Corey the paperwork. So Corey, if you heard him on the stream, he was like, oh, there's some forged documents and I'm going to expose the attorney. I think Corey's a little bit confused about how the legal proceedings go. Maybe there are some forged documents. I haven't seen everything. But Corey, it seems, was under the impression that they were going to keep going with this case without him. And the judge marked here very clearly that there was a good reason, good cause to reschedule the hearing because Corey he didn't know about the case. The protected party had not served Corey with the paperwork, so he didn't know. So the judge rescheduled it. And what did the judge say? The judge said, You must have, Christina, I don't know what you're doing, baby, but you must have Corey personally served with a copy of this order and a copy of all the documents. The judge is like, I know you filed this, then you got to give it to him. So that's why Corey was freaking out. I was like, oh my God, I just found out about this. I can't find the courtroom. What's going on? The judge is like, don't even worry about it, Corey. I got you right here, pimp. I wrote in the order that Christina must have you served personally, right? So the judge was looking out for Corey. Corey was a little bit confused, which is fine, which is good that these judges are looking out. They're paying attention. Because sometimes they don't, right? And sometimes people will lie and say that they did serve you. And I thought that's what kind of Corey was alluding to. You know, attorneys, at least in Georgia here, we call it sewer service. Why is it sewer service? Because it's nasty. Why is it sewer service? Because it's dirty. What is sewer service? Sewer service is when the process server lies and said that you did get served when you didn't. And these judges, they believe process servers. That's why it's so nasty. Oh yeah, I served the lead. I served the lead. You ain't served me. I live in a gated community. What are you? you ain't get in here. I got Ring cameras. I got cameras all over. Sewer. Right? So, you know, it seems like Corey was thinking that there was some sewer service going on. But at any rate, the judge was looking out for Corey. Now, when Corey found out about this, what did he do? What did he do? He filed a response. Oh, we got his response. Guys, we got all the paperwork. We got all of it. Right? We got all the paperwork. What does the paperwork say? We're gonna take a look at it right now. But first, let me just give a shout out to a few more people. Shout out to Erie. We got Erie 91 becoming a new member. Becoming a new member. Thank you so much, Erie. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Becoming a new member. Y no más que me dice, aparte de su membresía, me dice, feliz cumpleaños, güey. 49 dices, ¿eh? Pues bien ruco, pues sí, güey, pero ya llegué, right? I'm 49 years old. I made it. I didn't think I was gonna make it. And number 47, I was like, I ain't seeing 48. It was sketchy. There were a few weeks where I was like, man, I gotta get this will redone. I'm out of here. But the Lord saw fit to at least get me to chapter 49. So big shout out to me. And thank you so much, Erie. Me dice feliz cumpleaños. Pues gracias. Te lo agradezco. Shout out to La Raza. All right. Thank you so much, Erie. Thank you, thank you, thank you. We got the beautiful Marie in the house. She becoming a new member. Where's Marie at? Thank you so much, Marie. Are you in here? She always supported. Marie is the only person I talk to on Instagram. I don't even really post on there, to be honest. But we talk every single day. She has supported me for so long. She's been a member for so long on the other channel. So somebody write MM in the chat. Big shout out to Marie. I'm gonna get her to Fogo one day. She be refusing. She's like, no, lead. I want to know you, but from afar. She'll never want to meet in person. She right down the street. She here in Atlanta too. Some of y'all women, y'all are like, man, I don't know about you, lead. I heard what you did to them receptionists. I heard what you did to them paralegals. I value my asshole. Listen, I'm a YouTuber. I'm cool. We ain't got to be all that. Big shout out to Marie. Shout out to the Tip Network. We're gonna play one of the Tip Network's clips. I'll reverse it. Tip Network always using the other people's content. We're gonna check out a very poignant, a very salient clip from the Tip Network. Big shout out to Tip Network. Guys, listen, I have become y'all are on the back channel. All right. I don't do this shit anymore. I have become a regular YouTuber. I don't do the live streams. So that's why we over here in the cut. But I am learning how to do videos. All right. If you want to know how to do videos, please go to the Tip Network. They are awesome content creators, and they have a community. I went over to the community a couple of weeks ago to share some of my analytics. A lot of times you don't get to see the analytics of someone with 500,000 subs. So they got an excellent community over there. Grover is amazing. All right. And this is coming from a person whose last video, the last video I put out, not to toot my own horn, but it got 1.5, 1.6 million. I know what I'm doing. A little bit. Last video, 1.5, 1.6. That's why we over here doing this ninja shit over here. Y'all ain't fucking up my algorithm. I'm doing good over there. All right. So big shout out to the Tip Network. They are on point, guys. They are on point. So thank you so much. And y'all go check out Grover and his community. Big shout out to Perry Unlikely. Perry, what's up with Bitcoin, Perry? I done round trip the whole damn thing. Shit, I should have sold at 126. You ain't tell me. Now we at goddamn 78. All my gains. Big shout out to Perry. It says, only place you servant leaders at Fogle. Yeah, I was at Fogle, 2 days ago? They got all my money. Big shout out to Perry Unlikely. Thank you so much. Big shout out to DSGB, a new member. Thank you. Big shout out to DSGB Performance. Thank you so much. And look who we got, Mrs. Crow T. Chetty. Mrs. Crow T. Chetty gifting 5 memberships. If you got one of these memberships, please tell her thank you. And don't just say thanks. No, put a name on it. Say thank you, Mrs. Crow T. Chetty. The names must be named. The names must be named. Big shout out to Mrs. Crow T. Chetty. Thank y'all, man. Thank y'all for blessing me. Big shout out to El Guapo as well, the stream sponsor. Thank you, guys. Thank you. And look who we got. We got Shadow Dragon doing it right. Thanking our girl. Where's she? Got Shadow Dragon says Mr. Crow T. Chetty. They putting a name on it. Thank you so much. Thank you, Shadow Dragon. That's how you do it. That's exactly how you do it. We got the doctor, Dr. Marilyn. This is exactly how you do it. Put a name on it. All right. Thank you. Y'all doing it exactly right. All right. We got the good doctor over here. She coming over here trying to get in this BS. That's why we on the back channel, guys. We are in secret over here. Y'all are not going to mess up my algorithm. Shit. All right. So what do we got? Now this, guys, this is Corey's response. We saw Corey was shook. Shout out to Corey. I'm not overstating it. He says he's never been like this, never felt like this in his life. He said that he was throwing up at his show. He said that he had to ask the audience for an apology. Strike that. He had to apologize to his audience. He was blown. They coming after him. So when he found out about Christina's temporary protective order, what did he do? Well, he went to the courthouse himself, not to be outdone. Said, shit, I know where the courthouse is too. So what did he do? He went up there and he filed a response. All right, now what does he say? He's saying the person that's seeking the protective order against me is Christina. Who am I? I am one Corey Lamont Holcomb. Right? When is the court date? The court is almost exactly last year, February 4th, 2025. What does Corey say? Corey says specifically, I do not agree to the temporary order against me. What does he say about the stay away order? I do not agree with the stay away order? What does he say about the additional protected persons? I do not agree that I should be ordered to stay away from these people. I didn't do anything. Now they ask Corey, do you have a gun? Corey says, I do own a firearm. Corey ain't nobody's bitch. He stayed with it. Okay. Didn't check anything about the body armor. What does Corey says? He says, I did not do anything described in item 7. So what does he say? Corey says, listen, man, this is the real deal. I was intentionally provoked for financial gain and fame seeking. I was set up for the takedown. Put takedown if you think Corey was set up for the takedown. Christina trying to take him down. What does he say? Oh my God, Corey wrote a whole book. He's going to defend himself. Let's shout out to 5150. Somebody write 5150 in the chat. Let's see what Corey got to say. Corey says, I disagree. Is this somewhere else too? Let me see if I can find this. All right, let's see what this says. Corey says, I disagree with the orders requested because Christina is the person who's been harassing me and hit me. And we did see that Christina did this whole, now I don't know if it was just a hover, or I don't know if it was I don't know if there was contact. But Corey is saying it was not just a hover. Corey was saying it was some contact there, right? Corey says, in fact, I will be filing my own request for a restraining order. On the day in question, I walked outside the Improv where I am frequently paid to perform. All right, Corey gonna let you know, number one, I get money. Well, Anton, shout out, right bag chasers if you're a bag chaser. Anton talk about the money he made. Corey let you know, hey, shit, I am paid myself. I don't just go up here and do fucking open mic nights. What you think? I am a professional. All right, so Corey gonna let you know he's not only there, but he's there and getting paid, right? He says he was paid to perform. He says, I was with fellow comedian Corey Sherrill, among others. Christina's outside and starts looking at me like I did something. So I asked her, is she okay? She began yelling at me. So I told her, man, just leave me alone. Now this just set her off more because then she said, your mama should have left you alone. Oh, here we go. Your mama should have left you alone. Well, in the woods? Your mom should have just left you in Kroger's? Now they bringing up your mama. It's like, here we go. All right. Then she went on to yell, your dick ain't shit. That's why your wrist broke. Your mother is a bitch. She's stringing them back to back. You know, the first thing they always gonna go to your dick, number one. Always. It's either your dick or your gay. Either one. That's the first one they pull out the hat. All right, so first she's talking about his dick ain't shit. Now, how she know? How does she know? But that's the first thing that they go into. Then they gonna bring up your mama. I'm surprised she didn't talk about the gay shit because that's always coming up. Your mama black. You know, women, they just go through this cliche tried and true. So first she say your dick ain't shit. That's why your wrist broke. Your mother is a bitch, among other things. Corey continues. By this time, Christina was all up in my face and her friend tried to pull her away. Now, I will say this. We did not see Christina get in his face. We did not see that. However, we also need to say that that was not the full video. So maybe there was a time when that happened, but maybe there was some misremembering going on. Guys, I saw, shout out to Corey, but I saw a big misremembering that Corey had. I wish I would have had it queued up. If you saw Corey's under the impression that when he was going back and forth with Anton never stood up and said, let's go out back. Corey is saying that all the videos online that show Anton stand up, Corey's saying that's AI. Do y'all think that's AI? Or do y'all think that Anton really did stand up and said, let's go outside? Corey keeps saying over and over that Anton never stood up, that it was Corey that stood up. Anton never stood up. And if you've seen a video where Anton's standing up, that's AI. So I think, anybody can misremember things, right? So here she's saying, Corey is saying that Christina was all up in his face and her friends tried to pull her away. Christina was yelling at the top. And let me just this is important. So let me just I don't ever look at the chat, but let me do this because shout out to LS. LS says, lead. That's why your wrist broke is her calling Corey gay. LS, actually, no, his wrists were broke. This is important. Both of Corey's wrists were actually broken because Corey had fallen off of a scooter. So both of his wrists were in casts. And in fact, we're going to see it here, but on video, she was doing this. Like she was doing the Brandy. She was like, oh, your wrist broke. Because both of Corey's wrists were in casts. So when she says your wrist broke, they actually were broke. I know what you're thinking, and I feel where you're coming from. But his wrists were literally broken. All right. And in fact, let me see if I can, since we're talking about it, let me see if I can kind of pull it up and find it, where she's making fun of the fact that his wrists are broken. Let me see here. Let me go back. Y'all see where she is. Look, right here. Watch what she does. Do y'all see her wrist right here? Would y'all see her doing this shit? Look at this. She's making fun of the fact that his wrists are broken. Right there. That movement right there. She's making fun of the fact that his shit is fucked up. So his wrists literally were broken. But so that's where it came from. So she's talking a gang of shit, right? She is talking her shit. Let's see here. Let me pull it up. All right, so your dick ain't shit. That's why your wrists are broke. Your mother's a bitch, among other things. Christina was all up in my face. Her friend tried to pull her away. Christina was yelling at the top of her lungs. Her boyfriend, who works at the Improv, also tried to stop Christina's rantings by telling her just to get in the car after I told him to control his woman. I really do believe that Corey told him, control your bitch. We saw what Corey said to Anton. All right. The boyfriend tried to pull her, but she shrugged him off. A comedian named Katrina also tried to stop Christina, telling her to go get in the car because she was tripping. Katrina stepped between Christina and I because Christina was a few inches away from my face yelling, and I began to fear for my life. All right. Now we see both sides putting some sauce on it. We see both sides. Corey was saying he fears for his life. I've met Corey in person. Corey easy, 6'2". We about the same height. I'm 6'3", but I'm 240. Corey's a good 265, 270. Corey ain't never been in fear of his life from a woman ever, especially not this lady. So when Corey writing court documents, I was in fear for my life. It's like, all right, nigga. Just like Christina said. What did Christina said? Oh, he got in my face and he was patting a gun. But what did Tasha K say? What did she say on Tasha K? Christina told Tasha K that he had already passed the gun off. He didn't have it on him anymore. But that's not what she told the court. Here, Corey's like, oh, fear for my life, judge. Like, all right, nigga, you 275. All right, but let's keep going. So Corey says, I began to fear for my life. At no time did I pat a gun in my pocket, as I did not have a gun, nor did I step to her, as she was the one who stepped against me. Again. Is this correct? Corey said he didn't have a gun, and that could be fine. But he also said he didn't step to her. Now, shout out to 5150. I'm calling balls and strikes. I'm not on anybody's side. But Corey says he didn't step to this lady. I mean, let's see here. He says he never stepped to her. I mean, so, both of them in these court documents, and that's what the lead look at. All right. I ain't, I love the hearsay, but I do like to look at the court documents. All right. And, right. So shout out to Cashflow Hustle says, man, 5150 go be mad at you, Lee. They were. They don't want to, they don't want to call balls and strikes. They want to, and I love it. If my mama's on the trial, I ain't calling balls and strikes either. All right. So I get it. But we can kind of be reasonable, right? What does Gail say? Gail's like, well, there was a few steps. Well, the 2-step, right? It's a few steps. Right? I mean, Corey say he ain't stepped to her, but all right. So, shout out to Corey. And I get it, you can misremember things. That is very true. You can. You absolutely can. So we gonna chalk that up to some misremembering. Okay. All right. So let's see here. So Corey says he was in fear for his life, which already is like, all right. But then he says, at no time did I pat a gun, as I did not have a gun, nor did I step to her, as she was the one who stepped against me. The improv staff who were there were actually scared to intervene because she has made scenes before and threatened to call the police on anyone who touched her. And I will agree that it did look like the people were kind of scared to do anything. I never saw her walk with a limp. I never punched her in the face, but as she continued to push Katrina aside and advance towards me, I was afraid, so I pushed her back. As she was coming towards me and people were grabbing her, but she was throwing them off. Her friends were trying to grab her. She was coming towards me, and then she pushed me, so then I pushed her back. That's what had happened, because what had happened was, I didn't have a gun. Judge, I was afraid of my life, Judge. Bitch crazy. I was afraid. So, both of them are putting some sauce on it, if we can be honest, right? Both of them. She says, Corey continues, she did not stumble back. Again, we did see her stumble back. We did. Rather, now her boyfriend decides to play hero and jump me along with Christina. All right. And again, Christina did not jump that man. We saw that. My wrist was still healing from a skateboard accident, so my fellow comedians rushed forward to assist me. While my back was turned, Christina hit me right before my friends and other bystanders pulled her off! Exclamation mark. Did y'all know Corey was saying all this shit? Did y'all see that after they started beating up the dude who broke in, did y'all see Christina rush in and hit Corey over the back of the head? MD Warrior says I did see that. Okay, well let's take a look. I didn't see it, I'm gonna be honest, but let's take a look. I didn't see that, but let's see. Y'all are saying that y'all saw it. I didn't see it. But just because I didn't see it don't mean it didn't happen. All right, let's see here. So this is the mush, and then everybody's breaking it up. Now, Christina is over here. She is on the right-hand side of the screen in the overcoat. All right, so she's still in the overcoat on the right-hand side. There she is right there. Oh, she's in the street. Oh, shit, she might have went over there. Shit, she might have did hit that nigga. She might have did. I didn't make it that far. Hold up. Let me just play the shit. She did hit that nigga. Corey wasn't lying. She did. She walked over there to try to get her licks. Hell no. Talking about bam, bam, bam. She is, man. She should be arrested. Let me tell it. Let's call it mutual combat. I didn't see this. She over there getting licks. I never watched it this far, guys. I stopped it at the mush. And now her friends are jumping in. Shout out to Corey. Corey was telling the truth. She was over there getting licks in. Damn. Somebody write Corey in the chat. Oh, what happened? There we go. I hit the wrong button. So Corey's putting too much sauce on some of this stuff, but right here, he was exactly right. He was exactly right. Shout out to Corey. Corey's talking about, oh, I'm in fear for my life. You ain't in fear for your life. Corey was like, oh, I didn't step to her. Corey, you stepped to her. Oh, she stepped to me. She was pushing me. Corey, she didn't step to you. All right, but when Corey says she started hitting me after the whole shit, Corey was exactly right. And Corey wasn't the only one who was embellishing. She was embellishing too. So both of them, you know, you can misremember things, guys. You can in the heat of the moment. All right. So both of them doing their thing. And guys, again, we being impartial, we just calling balls and strikes. We just looking at the paperwork. Okay. That's all we doing over here. We just reading the shit and then looking at the videos. We just compare and contrast. And if the video says yes and Corey says yes, awesome. Video says yes, Christina says yes, awesome. The video says yes, Christina says no. It's a contradiction. The video says no, Corey says yes. So we being impartial here, but this is interesting. This is what we do as lawyers, guys. We just try to figure out what the hell's going on. What happened? Right? So Corey says, my wrist was still healing from a skateboard accident. My fellow comedians rushed in to assist me. While my back was turned, Christina hit me right before my friends and others pulled her off. He's exactly right. Then, unbelievably, Christina then walked over to me smiling and started yelling, yeah, that's what I wanted. You did just what I wanted you to do. My lawyer will be in touch. This was a setup. Now, who saw the whole Anton Daniels, Corey Holcomb situation? What did Anton say? Anton said, and I forget the exact wording, but he was like, this is chess. Anton said he had it all planned out. Didn't he? Does anybody remember what the exact wording were? Didn't Anton say he had this all planned out? Isn't that what he said? Does somebody remember what did Anton say about this? That he was playing chess or something like that? Thank you, but Gail gonna know it. What did Gail know it? That's exactly right. Anton said that he had this 10, he was 10 steps ahead. 10 steps ahead. So apparently this is so interesting because it seems like Christina was saying the same thing. Shout out to Gail. Christina saying, yeah, that's what I wanted. You did just what I wanted you to do. My lawyer will be in touch. So it sounds like this was the setup. And in fact, Corey said the same thing. What did Corey say? Corey basically admitted to it. Corey said right here, I was intentionally provoked for financial gain and fame seeking. Corey admits I was set up for a takedown. We see it right here. We see it right here. A few of y'all in the chat are saying that I'm biased. Nigga, Corey says it right here. What do y'all want from me? Your man is saying it. I was set up for the takedown. I was taken down. It was a setup. What Anton say? The nigga said he had it playing 10 steps ahead. I know Corey's the man. I've met him in person, but some of y'all really trying to suck this dude off, man, like he's your daddy. You can admit when your dad is wrong sometimes. You can admit when he's right. You can admit when he admits that he was set up. This is your daddy's handwriting. I was set up for a takedown. This is your daddy's handwriting. I don't know what to tell you. Okay. This is what Corey said. This is his own handwriting right here. So apparently Corey is saying that Christina's saying, yeah, right here. Yeah, that's what I wanted. You did just what I wanted you to do. My lawyer will be in touch. At no time did I punch or kick anyone as my wrist was still healing. If others had not jumped in, I would have been further injured. She then began to go on TMZ with a tape showing me pushing her off of me, but conveniently not showing what led up to me pushing her off or afterwards when her boyfriend rushed and Christina hit me. This is not the first time that Christina harassed me and tried to engage me in an altercation. She tried about a few months ago prior outside the same improv where she began yelling and advancing towards me. Fortunately, someone at the club claiming to be her cousin was able to grab her and walk away from the club. I believe that Christina is mad because I reported that she was selling drugs outside the club, and also because I am regularly paid to perform at the improv, but Christina just comes and hopes to get some to get some on the open mic nights. Oh man. Our man is putting some salt in the wound. Says, number one, I am paid. I'm a professional. She show up, just see if she can volunteer, just getting some scraps. At no time have Christina and I ever been co-workers unless she is counting me being paid to perform while at the same time she's outside selling drugs. Oh, Corey going in. Corey said, we are not co-workers unless she's saying that I was on the inside being paid to perform and she on the outside selling drugs. And she, Corey putting this in the court paperwork. Corey roasting her. Corey says, I have never, and to be fair, Christina did admit to selling drugs outside the court, outside the improv. She admitted that on the Tasha K channel. She says that she makes these gummies. I guess they got THC or marijuana in them or something. So these are homemade gummies apparently that she makes and she sells them outside the club. Corey continues, I have never approached her to say anything to her because I knew that she was capable of harassment and violent attacks, like what she is described in the attached declarations. All right, so shit, man. Corey's letting this girl know. All right, we are not co-workers. All right. So and then we got the attached declaration here. What does Corey say? Corey says, I am fairly new to Los Angeles. However, no. Okay, so this is somebody. Okay, this is another person. This is a third party. This is from a person named Shannon Case. Says, I'm over the age of 18. I'm not involved in this. I'm not a party. She says, or Shannon says, I would testify that I am fairly new to Los Angeles. However, I became acquainted with Christina and began picking her up and taking her to a couple of comedy events. At an event thereafter, I saw Christina, who began acting funny towards me and giving off negative energy. I then decided not to deal with her anymore. Then Christina began to text me repeatedly, although I refused to respond to her. I even went as far as to inform her relative Vino, who is Master P's son, to please tell her to stop. At that time, I was informed by him and reasonably believed, due to Christina's behavior, that she has some mental issues. This might have been due to Christina consuming drugs, which I personally witnessed her selling to the patrons outside the comedy clubs. I am a producer and promoter of comedy shows, so my name has to be one of integrity. However, after I refused to respond to Christina's harassing texts, she then began to slander my name in the industry by telling people I was not trustworthy and to watch out for me. All right. So, we got some people testifying against Christina. We got another person. This person's name is Corey Sherrill or Sherrill. I'll say Sherrill. I don't know. Says, on the night of December 10th, I was at the Improv with Corey. He's my friend, a frequent headliner. Corey and I went outside that night. Christina was looking menacingly at him. Corey noticed and told her to go away, just leave him alone. Christina's response was, your mama should have left you alone. Jesus. She then began to shout just nasty things to Corey, like, I hope your mama dies. Oh my God. I hope your mama dies. This is the roasting that comedians are supposed to be doing. It's a common thought, and some people say it's true. Some people say it's a misconception that just real talk, just women aren't funny. That's why all of the comedians are men. You get Amy Schumer, she blew up, and then it came out she was stealing everybody's jokes. Just, it's 1,000 people in here on the back channel. Put funny if you think women comedians are funny, and put not funny if you're just like, man, I mean, Dave Chappelle, Richard Pryor, Patrice O'Neal, Eddie Murphy, like, they're just not, they will never be on that level. They talk about their periods and titties, like they don't have, put funny if you think, no, women comedians, they are funny. Put not funny if you just like, I don't know. Looks like some of y'all are saying some are funny. Looks like some of y'all are saying some are not. We got some people shouting out Wanda Sykes. Yes. Melanie Camacho. Okay. Yeah. It's a few. It's a few. Christina was out here trying to be funny. She was out here trying to roast, and she said, I hope your mama die. All right, so that's what Christina got. Christina and Corey began to argue as Christina kept shouting louder and louder, if that's possible. Christina's friend tried to calm her down by telling her to leave Corey alone, tries to pull Christina away. Christina was not having that, and she kept shouting at everybody. She's also shouting, threatening Corey, saying, I have some dudes line you up and I'll pepper spray you, bitch. You should have died on that skateboard. God damn. He fell off a skateboard, broke both of his wrists. This lady says, you should have died on that skateboard. Another comedian, Katrina, also tried to intervene, telling Christina she was tripping, and now Christina was foaming at the mouth. God damn. Christina's boyfriend, who works at the club, tries to stop Christina, telling her to just go get in the car. Christina refused to go away. Instead, she was shouting something about Corey should have died from that skateboard accident and proceeded to advance on Corey. In an effort to protect Corey, me and some other comedians jumped in between Christina and Corey. Then Christina's boyfriend advanced with Christina and jumped on Corey. Okay, here's another one. And guys, we see this all the time as attorneys. He never put in here, what did he say? He's like, man, Christina and Corey going back and forth, and Christina's aggressing. So me and another comedian, we jump in. What does this guy leave out? Does anybody? It starts with an M. There's one thing that this guy happens to leave out. He's like, oh, we separated them. It was a little thing that was kind of left out of there. What does he say? He says, in an effort to protect Corey, me and some comedians jumped in between Corey and Christina. Then Christina's boyfriend advanced with Christina and jumped on Corey. We were able to pull everybody apart and leave the club. So, there's one thing missing, but that's okay. Corey is his man. And this is why you always got to watch these testimonials. You always got to watch these declarations. You always got to watch these affidavits. Because if the person who writes the affidavit says Corey and I are friends, I mean, what the hell do you want? Right? Some things might get left out, something like a mush. Right? Something might get left out. Something that was very prominent, something now that has Corey shook. Corey shook, guys. Corey admitted it. Corey was saying, y'all have never seen me like this. I have to stand before my mother. I have to stand before the Nation of Islam, before the minister. I have to stand before everybody who's trying to do positive things. Corey said, I had to ask for apologies from my audience. I was so fucked up. I was throwing up on stage. Why? Why was he throwing up on stage? Right? It's the same thing that was left out. So when we have these declarations like this, guys, that's why judges, attorneys, we don't really put a lot of stock in them. Because small things can be left out, but also big things can be left out. Right? So anyway, he says, oh, they were just, yapping back and forth, and we jumped in, we separated them. He says, about 2 weeks later, I was at the club called The Well. Christina was she was there also. She started talking loud about niggas not being shit, and then sent her girlfriend over towards me to say bitch ass nigga to me in an effort to start something, but it didn't work. This was not the first time that I experienced harassment and threats from Christina. A few months before December 10th, I was outside the Improv when Christina pulled up, jumped out the car, snatched my phone from me. Then she proceeded to start shouting that niggas ain't shit and I hope your mama dies. She got all up in my face. Corey saw what was happening and pulled me to the side, telling me to watch out for her as she's in the business of harassing comments looking for a payday. This incident was caught on a friend's phone. Ooh, let's see that footage. Christina only seems to perform like this outside the comedy clubs. As we saw her at a restaurant a few weeks later, there were no words or altercations. Interesting. All right, so that is what Corey's witnesses say, and this is what Corey says. And again, we saw some interesting things from Corey's testimony. Some things lined up correctly. There were other things that didn't line up so much. But fair enough. We also saw Christina's testimony, her request for a temporary restraining order. And she wasn't doing anything. You know, she was just minding her business, and all of a sudden she gets attacked and punched in the face. So this is where we have all heard it, guys. If you read these two requests for production, if you read these two requests for temporary restraining orders, this is where the statement, there are, what is it? There three versions of the truth or something like that. Your version, my version, then the real truth. How does it go? There are three sides to a story. Your side, my side, and the truth. We read Corey's side. Some of it was true. Some of it was, you know, he was putting too much sauce on it, talking about he was in fear of his life. Corey, your ass wasn't in fear of your life. Let's be honest. You weren't. We got this lady saying that she was minding her own business, and she's over here doing this and shit, talking about, I hope your mama die. So the truth is somewhere kind of in between, right? And if you were the judge, you know, how would you try to figure out the truth? How would you know? You know, shout out to the Tip Network. Shout out to the Tip Network. They did a video on this, excellent video. And sometimes, guys, I can tell you from being in a courtroom, you can be in a 1-day trial, a 2-day trial, a 3-day trial. There can be one thing that's said, and after that one thing, the whole damn thing changes. People just decide in that instant, not guilty, guilty, I've heard enough. Some judges will be like, well, I've heard enough. The trial will go on for another 6 hours, another 2 days, but that was it right there. And the Tip Network did a video on this. And there was a moment for me where this lady said something, and for me, I was like, that's it. I'm on Corey's side. I don't care what happened. I don't care what the video shows. Should Corey have put her hands? It's debatable who put their hands on each other first. Let's just say that both of them touched each other, so no one should be touching anybody. Both of them touched each other, so there should be no touching. But shout out to the Tip Network, man. They did a video on this, and this lady said something, and to me, I was like, that's it. So big shout out to the Tip Network. This lady is talking about what happened. And listen to what she says when she's describing her being outside of the club and her getting, going back and forth with Corey. Listen what this lady has the audacity to say.
So literally, I am fighting with my mouth for my life, roasting this dude, but in the name of Jesus.
Let's hear that one more time. She says that she is roasting this dude, fighting for her life. Now we got Corey did the same shit, right? Shout out to Corey. Corey was talking about he's in fear for his life. So both of them are trying to do the life shit. When Corey says he's in fear of his life from this lady, I'm like, all right, Corey, But when this lady says, I'm roasting this dude, fighting for my life in the name of Jesus, I'm like, you know what? I'm done. I'm done. What does this lady say?
For me before he other literally, I am fighting with my mouth for my life, roasting this dude. But in the name of Jesus,
I'm done. Shout out to the Tip Network. I'm done. What did Warrior say? If I'm the judge, I'm done. Now, at least when Corey says he's in fear of his life, everybody knows it's some bullshit. But this lady got tears in her eyes, like she wants you to believe it. Roasting in the name of Jesus. I'm done. Right? So I don't know, man. You know, let me do a poll. Like, it's hard to say. I don't even know how to phrase it. Like, whose side are you on? Or let me say, both of them are wrong. But who do you think is more wrong? All right, who do you think is more wrong? Do you think it's Corey, or do you think it's Christina? Who is more wrong? Because they both, touching each other. Probably shouldn't go that way if we're honest. But shit, y'all answer the poll, man. Who do you think is more wrong? To me, I'm gonna just say Christina. I think she was, I think she did hit him in the damn thing. I don't know. It's hard to say Christina. I don't know, man. But we can't have a society where you egg me on, so I mushed you. That can't abide. But it's just the lying that's got me kind of put off. You know what I'm saying? That's ugh. We cannot have a society where people are walking around mushing each other, right? That can't be the thing. But like, in fact, I don't even like that poll. I don't like that poll. I mean, that's a bad question. But shit, let me say, let me do it another way. Let me say, who is more credible? Who is more credible? Corey or Christina? Like, who do you believe more? And a lot of times, guys, that's what these things come down to. They come down to your credibility. So this, are you believing more with Corey? And Corey was talking some bullshit too, talking about he's in fear of his life. But Jesus Christ, lady, you talking about you roasting in the name of Jesus?
so literally, I am fighting with my mouth for my life, roasting this dude. But in the name of Jesus.
All right. Shout out to the Tip Network, man. Shout out to the Tip Network. I can't, like, what do y'all want from me, man? I just call things like I see them, but shit. Fighting for my life with my mouth, roasting him in the name of Jesus? All right. That's some bullshit, man. So anyway, because of how it looks, the optics, again, guys, Corey is he's super concerned about this. Wait, that's not what I wanted to show. I mean, the optics do look bad. And again, in this society, we really can't go around hitting men, really can't go around hitting women. This is not a thing. Now, Corey said in his testimony, he said he never stepped to her. He said he never stepped to her. In fact, he said that she stepped to him. He said he didn't step to this lady. But then Corey, if you didn't step to her, what is this? Right? That's the thing. So both of them got a little bit of Corey said over and over, he never stepped to her, he never stepped to her. And what is that? So it's like, and when women saw this, they are trying to light Corey up on TikTok. And again, Corey's feeling it. He was saying, he can't do his shows. He was throwing up. He's just feeling real bad. Again, for the people who just came in here, we can kind of look at what he says here. Corey is taking this super seriously. What does he say?
Y'all common law.
Minister Farrakhan, and by saying this, because this is so important for me to say. I have been grown for a long time. I'm 56 years old, ladies and gentlemen. I stand before my mother, who is watching this show, probably very concerned because I'm getting a million phone calls. I stand before my mother. I stand before Minister Farrakhan and the nation. I stand before Geno Jennings and his congregation. I stand before everybody in America who is trying to move upward in a positive manner. I want to say this about Corey Holcomb. I have never been able to punch any woman in my lifetime. Lie about nothing. I feel stupid after I lie. To launch this type of attack against a comedian with a YouTube page and whatever with the information that's been put out there about me. I can imagine them saying, Corey is this, Corey is that, but I just want to put that out there because there's a lot of people who don't know me and I want to be able to say that for myself. And I thank God I have a platform to say that for myself because I am going to talk about why this stuff is happening to me, how unfair it is for a conglomerate in media such as TMZ to launch this type of attack against a comedian with a YouTube page. That I don't even get money like that for this page. But as I talked about before on my show with things that happened with me and somebody who I allegedly did something like punched, this has all been talked about on my show. And I am telling you, I did not lie about anything. And I believe the truth is about to be shown that I did not lie about anything. And I'm bold enough to say this.
Now, again, we can say that he didn't lie about anything, but there were some things that he put that were not necessarily correct. But we're not going to say that's a lie. We're just going to say maybe he misremembered. Because again, he was saying that he never stepped to that lady. And we saw the video, but that could be a misremembering. He said that, he was in fear of his life. Right. So, but shout out to Corey.
I have reached like punched. This has all been talked about on my show. And I am telling you, I did not lie about anything. And I believe the truth is about to be shown that I did not lie about anything. And I'm bold enough to say this. I have reached a point in my life of maturity where I don't really like to lie about nothing. I feel stupid after I lie. I feel like an idiot after I lie. Because I've been truly blessed to, somebody said to me, like a lot of guys been calling my phone, Corey, if you want to make it to your dreams and stuff like that, you got to do this. I'm like, I've already made it to my dreams. I could take care of I can send my mama money. I got a place to stay. I got people in my corner. What? I know people think you're supposed to have lavish things like.
So I guess the point is, we see that Corey is a little concerned, right? And he should be, because, hitting women, touching women in an aggressive way, it's frowned on. They can do it to us. So it's a double standard there. But, at any rate, what ends up happening? Well, I can show you what the end result is. See here. They have a hearing, guys. They show up to court and they have a hearing. What happens at the hearing? What happens at the hearing is that the Corey requests a restraining order against the lady, right? Corey's like, hey, I want her restrained against me. I want to order restraining her against me. What does the judge do? The judge grants it. The judge grants it after a full hearing. This is not the way I wanted to share it. Hold up. Give me 1 second. Let me share it another way. The judge actually granted, the judge believed that Corey Holcomb should have a restraining order against her. So this is Corey Lamont Holcomb. He is the protected party we see right here. The restrained party is Elizabeth, right? And so we see right here, the court writes restrained party, it's Elizabeth. So, and you see right here, this is a court order. This is a court order by Judge Laura Cohen. So, Christina, and the judge checked this right here, Christina must not do the following things: must not harass Corey, must not intimidate Corey, must not molest, attack, or strike Corey, must not stalk him, must not threaten him, assault him sexually or otherwise, must not abuse him, cannot contact him directly or indirectly, must stay away from him at least 100 yards. Now, what's the problem with ordering her to stay away from him 100 yards? They both work at the damn Improv. So what did the judge write? The judge wrote in, hey, the 100 yards is reduced to 3 yards, about 9 feet, when they're both performing at the comedy club. But, you know, if Corey is in Publix and Christina walks in and they see each other, Christina has to turn around and leave. Christina cannot be within 100 yards of Corey Holcomb. Christina is not allowed to possess any firearms, right? So the court believed enough of what Corey Holcomb was saying to actually issue a restraining order against Christina. Now, to be fair, the judge did the exact same thing for Christina and issued a restraining order against Corey. So they both have to stay away from each other, except when they're in the comedy club, in which case they have to stay away from each other of a radius of 9 feet. But other than that, it's a football field. You have to stay a football field away from me. I have to stay a football field away from you. But when we're at the Improv, it goes down to 9 feet. So this is very interesting. Now, I will be honest. We saw how concerned Corey was. And maybe this is me just being, you know, a little bit jaded or a little bit hardened by the things that I've seen over 25 years as an attorney. But there's no way that I believe that Corey should be canceled or lose his livelihood over this. There's no way. No way. Guys, let me tell you, you know, when I was in high school, my high school was right down the street from the CDC here in Atlanta. And I remember we used to go on field trips to the CDC. And they had this really big microscope, this electromagnet microscope or whatever. And they had to choose somebody to operate the microscope. So they chose me, just luck of the draw. And I was nervous because they said that damn thing was $250,000. Now, $250,000 in the early 90s to a kid, that was a lot of money. So I was nervous. And they were like, the first thing you got to do is you got to focus it. And so they said, stop when you think it's in focus. And everybody's behind me looking up at the screen. So I turn it, and it looks clear to me. So I stop. And they were like, yeah, that's not how you focus it. What you need to do is it's unfocused. So you go until it's super clear. And then what you have to do is you have to keep going. You go past when it's clear to it's blurry, and then you work back. Because if you never go to the point where it's blurry, you're not really sure if it's in focus or not. And you can kind of use that concept to analyze things like this. And so, in this case, if I were going to say, well, shit, should Corey get canceled? What I would want to do is I would want to look at this situation in the worst light for Corey. Like, let's assume that she didn't say anything. Let's assume that she didn't put her finger up against his forehead or poke his eye. Let's assume that he was the total aggressor. What would happen in that situation if he was the number one, complete 100% aggressor and she was just an innocent victim, which we know she was not? What would happen? Anybody know? What would happen is he would get arrested. All right. He would get arrested. Why would he get arrested? For in Georgia, we would call it battery. You hit a woman in the face. So I'm the judge, right? So let's say he gets arrested. Now what's going to happen? Well, he's either going to get an OR bond. What's an OR bond? Bond out on your own recognizance. You go in, you get processed, they take your fingerprints, and then they let you go. Why did they arrest you? Really, they just arrested you to start the case, get your fingerprints. Or let's say he has to pay like a little $500 bond or something small. So $50, $75. And then he's gone. He spends 45 minutes at the jail. He's gone. They give him a court date. What happens at the court date? Hey, Corey, did you hit this lady in the face? Yeah, I did. She was talking shit. All right. Well, I find you guilty. I'm the judge. What am I going to sentence him to? I'm going to sentence him to 12 months of probation. The probation can go non-reporting. Why do I need the 12 months? Because I'm going to order him, hey, don't have any violent contact with that lady. And I want my order to stay there for the full 12 months. And Corey, since you hit this lady, I got to tax the pockets a little bit. Plus, I got to get some money for me, my court fees. That's how they pay my salary. So I'm going to order you to pay $500, Corey. I'm going to put you on probation. It's going to go non-reporting. You don't have to show up. You got to pay $500. I'm going to say, prosecutors, how much? I'm going to order Corey to pay restitution. Prosecutors, how much were the hospital bills? Oh, she didn't go to the hospital bills. She didn't go to the hospital. How much were the doctor bills? She didn't go to the doctor. How much were the bills from the clinic? She didn't go to urgent care. Well, shit, no restitution. So Corey Holcomb finds you guilty, battery, $500, pay the lady when you leave out the door. That's it. That's what battery gets you in Georgia. All right. Now you do have a misdemeanor. But shit, man, the misdemeanor, a DUI is worse than the battery in a lot of cases. And you ain't even hit anybody. You were just driving. You were driving drunk. You were just driving. So I asked myself, that's the worst case scenario for this situation for me. Now I asked myself, in the worst case scenario, and you guys y'all listen to that worst case scenario. If that's the worst case scenario, the sentence, do you think that someone who receives that sentence, a misdemeanor with a $500 fine, should somebody who receives that sentence be canceled for life? We ain't talking about Chris Brown. Y'all remember Chris Brown, who's still doing concerts? To me, there is no situation where on the one hand, your sentence was a $500 fine, and then on the other hand, you're canceled for life. I'm sorry. Mm-mm. 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 I'm not gonna do that. Women are calling for Corey's head because they're seeing the video. But as an attorney who also watched the video, $500 fine, please. Please. Now, it's interesting. People are like, oh, what are they saying? You can't be canceled. Corey cannot be canceled. What's the problem with saying that Corey cannot be canceled? Does anybody know? What's the problem with saying Corey will not be canceled? The problem with saying Corey cannot be canceled is that Corey doesn't necessarily believe that. That's the problem. Corey doesn't believe what Gina's saying. And that is extremely clear when we go back and listen to exactly what Corey was saying initially. No one who thinks that they can't be canceled talks like this, guys. No one. You don't even, it doesn't even make sense to talk like this if you feel like there's no way you can be canceled.
Geno Jennings and his congregation, Minister Farrakhan and the nation. I stand before Geno Jennings and his congregation. I stand before everybody in America who is trying to move upward in a positive manner. I want to say this about Corey Holcomb. I have never been able to punch any woman in my lifetime. Now, in fifth grade, I had a fight with a girl. She was a bully. She was bigger than me, and we had a fight like that. So I probably swung when I was in fifth grade. But I'm saying, real talk, I'm a comedian, so I try to be funny, but this is the truth. I have never punched a woman in my life. And all of the people who know me, who've been watching this show 15 years, 16 years, whatever, you have an idea of who I am. Because there's a lot of people who don't know me, and I want to be able to say that for myself. And I thank God I have a platform to say that for myself, because I am going to talk about why this stuff is happening, that I did something like punch. My life of maturity where I don't really like to, if you want to make it to your dreams and stuff, my corner, what? Made it to my dreams. That's why you has been destroyed.
Listen to this. People who say, oh, Corey cannot be canceled. Corey cannot be canceled. Listen to him talk. Listen.
Have acquired help in my situation because my situation is crazy now. My reputation has been destroyed. I've never gone through anything like this. If you wanted to get me, let me tell you, you finally got me. Corey Holcomb, the human part of Corey Holcomb is starting to show itself. I want to apologize to the people in Hartford, Connecticut this weekend, my first show Saturday. They thought something was wrong with me. They thought I was, one dude said, he on dope. Because I was trying to medicate myself with Bear aspirin. I had some ibuprofen. I had all kind of stuff in me because I couldn't really sleep because I'm watching what TMZ was doing to me. I really couldn't sleep. I caught the flight from LA to Hartford. Normally by then I collapsed, but I couldn't really sleep. I just kept, because I'm watching everything that's happening to me. I'm like, yo, they saying what? Okay, so when I was on stage for the second show on Saturday, I apologize to my people in Hartford, and I appreciate the way y'all was clapping when my friends, Foolish and Maurice, came and grabbed me, because I was nodded off in the chair and threw up.
What?
Because I hadn't eaten anything, and I put that medicine on my stomach. I didn't have no appetite, because I was watching what's being said about me all over the goddamn internet and everything.
He said his reputation is destroyed. And this is the wild thing. Like, guys, looking at what we looked at, reading all the paperwork, seeing that the judge gave him a restraining order as well. This seems like a complete overreaction by the public. A complete overreaction. There is nothing, I'll go on record and say it. I don't care what happens between a man and a woman. There is nothing that a man can do to a woman that would just call for a $500 fine that should just end the man's career. Because if it's just a $500 fine, it's not that bad. Is it bad? Yes. Is it inappropriate? Yes. Is it bad behavior? Yes. Is it behavior that warrants you losing your whole career? No. And I'll be honest, guys, it's not behavior that warrants this type of speech. That's why I don't know if there's something else going on in the background, or I have no idea. No one in the guys, for the first time in history, you guys are watching someone speak like this over something that would at most be a $500 fine. You've never seen anyone talk like this, how their reputation is destroyed or anything for a $500 fine. You know? So something else is going on in the mix, I think. But we'll see. We'll see. So what do y'all think, man? I should drop, should I drop the, I was going to drop the link, guys, but it's damn near midnight. It's damn near midnight. I want to give a big shout out to Marie. Marie hit me $20 on the Cash App. Thank you so much, Marie. Also, guys, all these documents, these court documents, somebody write Pam in the chat. Pam is a lawyer. She is an excellent YouTuber as well, Pam Esquire. Y'all go check her channel out. She did an amazing review on this. She was like, shit, man, I already did this live. I don't need the documents anymore. So she slid the documents to me. So somebody write Pam in the chat. And if y'all want to go over there and check her out, amazing content creator. What does DJ Chort says? DJ Chort says Corey also admitted he assaulted her on a live. Right? Like, so like that's the thing. Like, this isn't really new, is it? A lot of 5150 people have known about this for over a year. Shout out to DJ Chort says, just remember Corey could have just left. Now that's true. This lady saying your mama died and, you should have died on that skateboard. She's talking about people dying a lot, but DJ Torch is true. I mean, you're just saying it's right. He could have left. Big shout out to the Tip Network. Thank you so much for being a new member. And again, guys, y'all go out and subscribe to the Tip Network. I am subscribed to them. And if you want to be a YouTuber, they are an excellent resource. Join their community. I was over there the other day showing my analytics. And they are the ones who showed that clip where it decided it for me. I would never be on this lady's side just by the bullshit that she's saying. She did get hit. She did. And if I was the judge, I would not let Corey go scot-free necessarily. But in this situation where there was no video, the video came afterwards, the police did not get involved. There was no court criminal investigation. This was pure civil, guys. This didn't even go criminal. So it's like, man, now Corey's thinking about losing his career and stuff. Like, something else is going on in the mix, because this is not. And yes, these women are on his ass on TikTok and Twitter and stuff, but he don't deserve all this. Even though you're right, no one should be touching each other. You're right about that. Big shout out to the Tip Network. Thank you so much. Shout out to Say Jack, says Lunel is funny. Yes. He should also request an injunction. I hear that. Shout out to I Am, says happy birthday. Thank you, guys. It's number 49 for me. It's my 49th birthday. I will be honest. I didn't think there were times where I didn't think I was going to get here, especially 2 years ago. Shit was rough. That was the worst year of my life. I got that diagnosis. But it all worked out to the extent that I get to see one more year. So big shout out to me. Thank you so much. I Am. Shout out to Gail. Gail says, Tasha K, would you have given him some? Oh, That's another thing. Gail going in. Tasha K asked Christina if Christina would have given Corey some cat. Christina says, no, I don't mess with married men. Fine. And then Tasha K says, well, what if he would have put you in a really nice hotel as opposed to that ratty motel that he put you in? That way, you know, I would have made him wait a little bit. I was like, bitch, I just thought you said you wouldn't. She's just a horrible victim. I mean, Gail is exactly right. A horrible victim. Horrible. Shout out to Blue. Blue says, she is a monsterer. 100% justice for Corey. Free Diddy, them hoes lying. Yeah, free R. Kelly too, right? Should open the doors. But definitely, Corey is being railroaded. He is absolutely being railroaded. Somebody write 5150 in the chat. This is some bullshit. This is, what she say? I was fighting for my life with my words, roasting him in the name of Jesus. I'd be like, get the fuck out of my courtroom. Get the fuck out. Shout out to Blue Baggers, 100%. Shout out to Tip Network. Tip says she was on Tasha K and Tasha caught her lying. Even Tasha gave her the side eye. 100%. 100%. Shout out to Real Talk 100X. Says, I have the uncut, uncensored version on my page. He mushed her, then a dude jumps in and starts throwing hands on Corey, and Corey don't swing back. Yeah. We watched a little bit of that at the beginning, 100%. Thank you so much, Real Talk. Shout out to Chaotic Truth. We got Chaotic Truth in that. I was just talking about you the other day. We were talking about beefing. I was on live talking about beefing with the whole Anton and Corey situation. And how, you know, there's beefing and then there's beef, you know, shit can get out of hand. Corey started talking about our man's Anton's wife and kids and stuff. And I was talking about the beef sector, and I was like, shit, you know, when you in the beef sector, your wife and kids, they up for grabs. I was like, y'all need to talk to Chaotic Truth. He know about the damn beef sector. So big shout out to Chaotic Truth, boy. If you're going to be a YouTuber and you go to the beef sector, you better be ready. I'm not ready. I have a little back channel where I do all this nigga shit with you guys. I don't put this on the main channel no more. Because I'm trying to even clean that up. But shit, Chaotic Truth know about the real sector, boy, where they really be beefing. Dox your whole family. Big shout out to Chaotic Truth. Shout out to Dr. Devil Dog. Thank you so much, brother. Thank you. What is Dr. Devil Dog 1775? What does he say? He says, keep leading, brother. Thank you so much. Really appreciate that. Thank you. Shout out Dr. Devil Dog. Shout out to Dom Say. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. Thank you. Gifted 5 lead attorney clips memberships. Really, really appreciate that. If you got one of these memberships from Dom, please tell him thank you. And don't just say thank you. No, say thank you, Dom. Put a name on it. The names must be named. All right, the names must be named. Thank you so much. And my man bought 5 memberships for y'all. Said, shit, I might as well pick up one for myself, and bought him a membership himself. So thank you. Super, super generous, guys, especially on my birthday. I will take all of your happy birthday wishes. Thank you, number 49. The next one, the big one. The next one is the big. All right, so big shout out to me. Thank you so much, Dom. All right, guys. Also want to give a big shout out to everybody who was in the chat. Yes, we are on the back channel, and from now on, any type of nigger shit like this will be on the back channel. My main channel's doing well. The last video I did, 1.5, 1.6 million. I'm cooking over there. All right, I'm not gonna interrupt the damn algorithm fucking around with y'all. All right. So thank y'all for being over here on the back channel. Big shout out to Gail. Gail says, happy birthday, Lee. You damn near half 100. shit, man. My knees and my back and my feet, they feel like it too, goddamn. Thank you so much, Gail. Thank you, thank you, thank you. The best moderator on the platform. All of you too. Thank you so much. Big shout out to Gail. I want to thank everybody in the chat. Thank you guys so much, man, for always blessing me. Always, always, always blessing me. Big shout out to Colette. All right. Can't forget about Colette. Big shout out to Mrs. Crow T. Chetty. Mrs. All right, Mrs. Crow T. Chetty, thank you so, so much. Of course, the beautiful Marie. We're going to Fogo one day. Of course, the Tip Network. Everybody, thank you guys so much. And the stream sponsor. Somebody write guap in the house. Somebody write El Guapo. Somebody write El Guapo in the house. The stream sponsor. Wishing your boy a happy birthday, and I receive it. I ain't take myself to dinner, man. Thank you so much, El Guapo. And listen, guys, y'all probably think like I thought 3 years ago. Y'all probably think, oh, well, yeah, lead, I'm smart. I know I'm gonna die. We all gonna die, but it's gonna happen in 30, 40, 50 years. All right, I feel you. I've thought that way for decades. I realize that's not a precise way to think. That's not the optimal way to think. Yes, you should plan for the future, but you should also enjoy yourself today. Because it could be tomorrow, you know, you go in for a physical or something, you get a goddamn diagnosis or some shit like that. Happened to me. I was healthy as a horse on Tuesday. Wednesday, I'm fucked up. So just, you know, be grateful for every day. I know we always hear it. I know this shit sounds cliche, but just, you know, take it from someone who thought exactly like you. Hey, I'm gonna die in 40 years. You know, okay. All right. So I live for each day now. Each day. I don't really make a lot of plans 10 years down the line, but that's sad, but it's also good because it's more realistic. A lot of people only make it 10 years, 5 years. Shit, there's people that won't see 2028. So y'all just, you know, be appreciative. We gotta make plans. It's true, but let's be appreciative too. Big shout out to Dr. Devil Doll. Thank you so much. He says prayers up. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I really appreciate it. Dr. Devil Doll. Somebody write devil. Your boy was a red devil. That was my high school. Don't write devil. Like, what did Anton say? He's God's darkest angel. I was like, okay, Anton. There. Shout out to Anton. Shout out to Corey. I was gonna say shout out to the Christina chick, but fuck her, man. To be honest, she's some bull. She's a victim leader, man. Fuck that fucking. I was roasting Corey with my mouth, fighting for my life in the name of Jesus. You know what? Whatever, man. Whatever. I'm sorry you got mushed, but that's some bullshit. All right. So big shout out to Dr. Devil Dog. And again, to the one and only El Guapo. Thank you so much, Dr. Devil Dog. Thank you so much, Mrs. Crow T. Chetty, Tip Network, Marie, all of y'all, Gail, all of y'all. Big shout out. And yeah, I'm not going to be regularly streaming on this channel. Just, you know, whenever I find something, some of this ninja stuff that y'all like, I'll pop over here in the cut. We'll keep it small just between us. All right. And if you like what I'm doing over in the main channel, you just stay over there because they are loving it and eating it up. And we are not fucking up that algorithm. Your boy putting out videos now. I've graduated, guys. So shout out to me. Thank y'all for y'all's well wishes and everything. And again, big shout out to El Guap. And guys, I will see you on the next stream. Everybody have a good night. Now, I know, wait, let me just say this. I know we talked all about Corey's situation and we read the documents and all this. Please trust and believe that none of this was legal advice. I am not your attorney. I am the lead attorney. And I'm here to help you lawyer up. All right, everybody have a good night. Big shout out to El Guapo, the stream sponsor. See